Hi! So, as you can see, I have some cute face framing fringes and a cute pony. That means someone's gotten a fresh haircut done. And I'll show you my haircut in a minute. But in the meanwhile, I would like to share something related to the experience I've had around getting my haircut done. So, what happened is that I've been meaning to get a haircut done from about June 19th. I've put it on my reminders. I've kept getting reminders and I kept pushing it away. And you know what is funnily weird? That I remember the most trivial things sometimes, and of course, the most important things. But what I sometimes notice is that I miss out the things that are very important for me to get done in terms of taking care of myself. And I thought, why not start with the haircut? And today is the start of a month. Best time to start ticking off all those things that I really have to get done in terms of taking care of me and for my betterment. So it was about 8 p.m. in the night already by the time I really made up my mind that, oh my god, it's been more than 15 days. I still didn't get it done. And very weirdly, I forgot today also. I was talking with a friend over a call and it already crossed 7:40 or 35. And then my mom came into my room and we were talking for another 10-15 minutes and it crossed 8 o'clock. And it struck to me that most salons don't accept instant appointments if it has crossed 8 or 8:30, because they usually get closed by 9:30, max by 10. And it so happens that the most uh, famous salons are the ones which have a lot of crowd in it because of the nearby neighbors, etc., usually don't take instant appointments late in the night, right? So I called up this particular salon that I've been to about 5-6 months ago, and I've been there a couple of times last year as well for head massages, haircuts, etc. I called, when did I call? I zoned out. I came back from my zoning out, and then I made a call at about 8:15 p.m. And you know why I zoned out? Because that 10 to 15 minutes I went to fresh up so that I can go to the salon, but I spent that 15-minute time frame to overthink that what is the use I call to the salon. They'll anyway reject my appointment for today. They'll say, ma'am, come tomorrow, time's close by to closing time. I told myself all these reasons and I spent the next 15 minutes overthinking that I'll anyway be told no for instant appointment, right? And then at about 8:15, I came back from my zoning out and I told myself, nothing will happen, just make a call. If it's a no, it's a no. We'll get it done tomorrow. Otherwise, amazing. First day of the month. It's going to make me feel very good and a lot of energetic baggage is going to be dusted off. So I just made a call at 8:15 p.m. and there's this lady who handles that salon who I know. Her name is Samira. And I just said, Samira, एक अपॉइंटमेंट करवा दो ना. She's like, मैम अभी 3 क्लाइंट्स है. हेयर कट मतलब हेयर वॉश, हेयर कट और ब्लो ड्राई. टाइम नहीं होगा मैम, 9:30 बजे बंद करा देंगे. एंड आई जस्ट इंस्टेंटली सेट, समीरा यार 5 महीने हो गए हेयर कट करा के, एक अकोमोडेशन कर दो ना. शी सेड, मैम 1 मिनट रुको, आई विल कॉल बैक. And she called back after a minute. Turns out one of her hairstylists did not have an active client he was working on in that moment. And the remaining three of them were taking care of the rest of the clients who were there in that current moment. So she called me back immediately and she said, मैम आपने करेक्ट टाइम पे फ़ोन किया, एक हेयर स्टाइलिस्ट है अभी अवेलेबल, आप जल्दी आ जाओ 10 मिनट में. And it was pretty nearby. So I just went. Now, the reason I am sharing this experience with you is to tell you that I wouldn't have gotten my haircut done on the first day of the 7th month the way I wanted it to be today if I hadn't made that call. And I wouldn't have even gotten that experience of feeling fresh with this amazing haircut if I hadn't actually asked her went a step ahead and asked her, can you please check in again? And it made me feel good because I've anyway put it off for 15 days. And usually, sometimes I have these sudden urges that, oh my god, I want to watch this movie today. Oh my god, I want to get haircut today. Um, but sometimes I sleep on it. And this time I slept on this whole idea of a haircut for 15 days now. And I anyway wanted to get it done today. I think what I'm trying to tell you is that through this experience, it has been a re-reminder for me, and I believe I'm going to rewatch my own video, this video, a million times to get this reminder again and again, that more often than not, we need to ask for what we really want, no matter who it is from. And I think there might be a probability of us receiving a no, but there might also be a high probability of us receiving a yes. Now, this might look like a simple salon experience to me, and maybe to some of you as well. But then when I think about it, I'm just getting reminded of how many times in subtle significant things and huge significant things, I might have just held myself back from saying something or expressing something or asking something near someone or even to myself for that matter, just because I already had a preconceived notion that this will not happen anyway. They will say no anyway. They will reject me anyway. I know I won't be able to do it anyway. Oh my god, these are just basic excuses I'm giving. I mean, in the sense, these are just standard basic excuses. There are so many. I believe I have a list of them I give to myself whenever I hold myself back. And when I think about it, in going another step ahead, I'm noticing this about myself. Tell me if this happens with you as well. That the way I hold myself back in little subtle significant things, like for instance, a haircut, okay? It is the same manner I hold myself back in huge opportunities, situations where I could have actually expressed something that would have benefited me, situations where I could have actually asked a credit for something I have put in into effort into. These are just examples. And it reminds me that a lot of times the way our body and our brain is trained to look at the subtle significant things or little things, the way we train our brain and body to respond to and to do or to perceive or to have a preconceived notions of the smallest things, is usually how we perceive the larger things as well. Because if you look at it, it's a filter of our perception with which we look at a certain aspect, right? And look at it now. I acted on that um urge because I've anyway put it off for 15 days, and now I have a fresh haircut. Okay, I told you I'll show you my haircut. Sorry. Here it is. Ah, so pretty. Okay, here. It's light layers. Oh, you can see the layers. I'm going to wear it differently though. It's light layers. Oh, I already had short hair, by the way. So I asked him to not make it very, very short. Light layers. Plus, when I put a pony, you might have seen those fringes, right? Those are face framing fringes. And I made sure it wasn't too short because currently I wanted like until the chin level or like slightly beyond that. Ah, pretty, pretty. Are you seeing how pretty this is? Oh. You know what? This might be a smaller experience, but such a cool one because it feels like a really good start for this month. Like this feels like, a fresh start because fresh haircut plus a fresh perspective or a fresh way of looking at a perspective I needed a reminder of, right? Plus, um, uh, our hair carries memories, our hair carries energy of all the stuff we might have carried up until this time, up until this moment. So, a lot of energetic shedding. Ah, it definitely feels light. So, it for me, it feels like an intention set that acting on the stuff that we want to do in terms of taking care of ourselves, in terms of progressing, in terms of taking a few actions that we might have put off, etc., specifically in terms of taking care of ourselves, the way we take care of so many people out there. Oh my god, talk about it. My memory remembers the most weird, frivolous things. And sometimes, of course, it remembers the most important things as well. But isn't it not cool? Like, it is not cool, right? That I put off or I forget to do the things that are meant to be done to support myself, to take care of myself, etc. Right? I'm just taking around. Oh, you know what? Fresh haircut feels. We're gonna do it more. Okay. Anyway, the point is that we set in. Let me set in. Yeah. So the point is that now this whole perspective of you've got to ask for what you want, be it from a person, from an environment, from a situation. I don't know what you, from God, you've got to ask for what you want and ask it with that presence and that confidence, that that somehow there'll be a probability of it happening for you. And if it won't, also, you'll know that you'll be pretty chill about it. And you'll know that you'll get it done either the next day or it'll happen to you inevitably, eventually, in the coming few days. And I agree. It's not that easy to get there with that kind of a mindset. I myself have taken more than half a decade to even start thinking like that right now. So it's not as easy as I said, but it's possible, definitely. The more you do it, the more it's possible. And maybe that is for another conversation with you sometime super soon. I'll talk about it sometime soon in detail. Right now, today's experience has given me has added another layer to this particular perspective that feels like a renewal of a fresh perspective I've always had, but I believe I needed a reminder of it today. You know what that is? It's that this does not just apply to external resources, external sources, or other people. It also implies to you yourself. What do I mean by that? Have you ever spoken to yourself like this? Because I do it. So I am just sharing it. Something in the lines of, hey, we have been putting that off for so long. Let's do it now from tomorrow. Hey, we have been indulging in that toxic scenario for way too long. Let's let go of it now. Let's do it. We can do it. Have you spoken to yourself like that? It's like you're having a conversation with yourself. You're like asking a question to yourself. At the same time, you're having a conversation with yourself. And I'm being honest, it might not have always worked for me, but more often than not, at least 65-70% of times, it has started working for me, specifically in the last 6 months. Kyunki before that, the zoning out and I don't even want to go into those details. Maybe those are stories eventually that'll definitely come up in more videos. But it's just that I truly believe that asking for what we really want does not just imply to other people or other scenarios where we want something from outside. I think try it. This time, try it. It could be anything. You want to break a pattern? Talk to yourself. Hey, we've been putting off letting go of this stupid, shitty pattern which is just sabotaging us for like 10 years now. Can we at least try from next week to take teeny tiny steps to break it? It's just an example. Just an example. You can frame your own words, you can frame your own sentences, and it's still going to work. But to what level it's going to work, to what extent you will believe it and all, you'll only know it when you experience it on your own, right? But definitely do give it a shot and let me know. And you really never know. You might as well get a permission slip from within. That very permission slip to do that very thing you've been wanting to do for a very long time. The very permission slip you've been waiting to get from everybody else. You'll be surprised to know that maybe that permission slip will emerge from within. Try it and let me know. Okay? And also, let me know how my pretty haircut is. Ah, so pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna flaunt this for a while. Oh, and before I go, this is a reminder to myself as well as you, sleep tight. A minimum of 8 hours, okay? It's ironic that I'm saying this because I myself haven't had good sleep in the last few days. In fact, I don't even remember when the last time I've had deep rest. That is a conversation again for another video. A lot of conversations are going to come up, one after the other. So that is for another day. So yeah, sleep tight. Talk soon.